tan. It's a relatively simple wee fly. It's a Peter Ross. It's a great fly for the big Irish locks. So the hook I've got in the vise is a size 10 fooling mill 1530. So it's just a standard heavyweight wet hook, and this is in bronze. So starting the thread at the eye, holding the tag end, and that just helps get a nice thread base down the hook. So we're going to run this to where just in front of the barb. Snip that off. Now this is a dyed hot orange golden pheasant tippet here, and what I'm going to do is just hold about 6 to 8 fibers in my fingers, come in with my scissors and snip away what I want, and pull the feather away, and that should leave the tips lined up. You want this about the length of the hook. If you look there, just where that black bar is about right for my feather. So 2 turns to hold, and just 1 in underneath. And then you can snip this off full length of the body. So I'm going to tie my rib in next. You could use gold, or you could use silver wire, or I'm using silver French tinsel here. But either or. I'm going to tie that in. Just 2 turns to hold. And this is uni Mylar in silver. So one side silver and one side gold. And this is a number 12. So with this stuff, I'm looking to see the silver side. So I'm going to tie it in with the gold side facing me. And I want that the full length of the body as well. And then we're going to work our way up the body in touch and turns. We want this to be nice and smooth. So you could stop about here and run your tinsel up, but I like to just tidy up as I'm going and come back down. I'm going to come up the first turn. It's going to be right on the tail. And then we want overlapping turns up the body. Just a couple of turns in there to hold that. Snip that off. Now we're going to come in with our dubbing. So this is fluorescent red seals for substitute, and I really like this stuff because of how bright it is. So I'm going to tight wee dubbing noodle once we get it started. Let them work up. I always like to put the dubbing on as tight as I can possibly get it on. You can always brush it out if it's too tight, but you can't tighten it back up once the fly's tied. Sometimes it's worth going back through your dubbing as well. And just anything going forward or sweeping back. Now, that's already got a lot of fibers coming out, so that's fine with me. I'm going to come up with our rib now. We're looking for 4 or 5 turns. There's a lot of that seals for getting caught. We're going to sweep it forward. And that's just to give it a better look on the body, that there's not red trapped in where the silver is. And then sweep everything back, put that up in front. I'm going to cross that over with a thread. 2 turns to hold it, and then we'll really lock it in. Snip that off. So the next thing is going to be a black hen hackle. I should have one in front of me here. Yep. Right. Black hen hackle. The hen hackles are lovely and soft, but they will cloak the whole body of the fly, so you don't need a lot of it. So we're just tying that in by the tip. Probably 2 turns will maybe do this. So there's 1, 2 for a third. Maybe a bit small playing ball, but no rush with it. You can just keep messing with it till you get it where you want it. So that was about 2.5 turns of hackle. Sweeping everything back. It's going forward to the eye. And you want to bring your thread right back tight to the hackle. Now, I want to get a tail feather. So I always find working with smaller feathers is easiest. So we're just going to select the feather, take all the fluff away. And any fibers that are bent or really badly sticking out. So if you just hold that in your finger and thumb and sweep it back, you'll get a bit of a wing shape. Now, a lot of people, they have to have these wings perfect, but as soon as a trout hits it, it's going to be scrap anyway, so I like to set it on. Then we can just pull this through to the length we want. Make sure it's sitting up on top of the hook. Snip that off. I'm going to get a bit of wax here and tie those bands down. And when I'm tied in the ends down, I'm also building my head. And we're about finish. And then we're going to make the fly look pretty. So sweep everything back with your fingers, make sure your tail's sitting nice. I like the wing on these quite long. So you can tie it with a longer hackle and a shorter wing. That's what I like about fly tying. It's up to you, but that's the way I like leaf flies tied there. Thank you for watching, and if there's anything you want to see, don't forget to message.